Hey, Kakwasi. Welcome back, guys. So going off part one, we talked a lot about how that temple, the can, and even the W give the most trouble for the front players getting into Snake 1 and really being able to make an impact. They basically get shut down. So obviously, if these are good spots to shut us down, we want to get some of our players in those positions as well in order to stop their guys if they want to jump into Snake 1 quickly, right? So we do it. In this breakout, for instance, we'll just say we send one to the god and then to the temple, but the guy in the temple gets shot out. So how do we stop the other team from running down our throats and wrecking our team? Well, the guy stays in the god. You most likely sent two guys to the other side of the field, and you should have your fifth guy still in the back center or inside one of these pillars. Well, that fifth player, he needs to come over to this side of the field and replace that guy who got shot out to keep the field balanced. Just like any other layout. He can either go back to the temple or go to the corner. It all just depends on where their team is and where you can make it to safely. However, since our guy in the god is still alive, we don't really have to go to the corner because he's already pretty wide. So I'd say just fill the temple. If the guy in the temple was alive, you'd need to go to the god or to the corner. I really like this pair setup on each side where you have someone kind of towards the center here and then someone out wide, especially on this field. Now say you're in the god and you lose your teammate out of the temple, and the other team jumps into Snake 1 right away because they shot the temple out. Then you need to move to the can and then to the temple in order to hold off that side for as long as possible while your team tries to close the point out on the other side of the field. All right, now before I said stay in the god and have your fifth player come to this temple. But if they get into the snake, you need someone to get into this position to stop them as soon as possible because you can't do anything from this god. And by the time you communicate to the other side the situation that's happening on your side to get your teammate to move to the temple, they can already be in the 50 snake. So sometimes you just got to do the work yourself and go stop him yourself. Because if they get down the snake, your team loses the point. And since they filled that Snake 1, you can get advantage over them while they're inside that temple. Alright, and it's a good bunker to pivot and shoot from, so you can really play some defense from this bunker pretty well. Hopefully you guys are seeing what I mean. If they don't go into the snake, you're fine in the god. Help your fifth player get into the temple, the W, or even the corner and play it like you normally would. Say he's in the W already, you need to let him know to come to your side of the W and shoot the snake guy though. Because if they get into the snake, you need to be in the temple, the W, or the can to shut that player down. And this is basically how you're going to run damage control over and over every single point. Now, same goes with, say, if your player in the god gets shot out and the temple guy is by himself. It's just a matter of time before he gets overpowered by two or more players and shot. So you need to get your fifth guy into the god or into the corner, and once he's there, try to pick them off or hold them off as long as possible until either you win one of the sides or gain an upper hand on your side, and then you can go at him again. Otherwise, you just need to live as long as possible inside that temple, and then communicate to the teammates on the other side of the field and let them know that you're by yourself and that they need to start pushing up that side of the field and break the game open on that side of the field and close that game out before you die. Now, one more thing you can do is, if you're that guy alive in the temple by yourself, see if they don't know better and let them fill into the Snake 1. That way, so you really only have one guy on you. Most likely your mirror or someone else you can stay tucked in against and just control that player in the Snake 1 easily from the temple. This gives you an opportunity to just have to put in one guy for your teammate to make that corner since the other guy will be in the snake, or just, being able to postpone it and give your guys on the other side of the field more time to get down the field. All right, hopefully that's making sense for you guys. We're just utilizing our position inside the temple to control the snake easily. And being able to take that one extra gun off us by him getting into the snake, it's going to give us a better chance to get our guy alive into the corner or just staying alive, period, so they can push that other side harder. And if our teammate does make it over alive, we have a great chance to double team their single player now that's not in the snake and be able to get the advantage over on that side of the field. Because if we get that guy out, then it's just that guy in the snake, and he's not able to do anything if we're inside this temple.